Hi everyone, my name is Jess with Jess Makes Sense, and today I have a very special guest, the Joyful Candle, who I always talk about, who is the best in the world at scents. That she doesn't do Jessica scents, she does her scents, and they are amazing. So I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm the Joyful Candle, also known as McKenna. I don't really say that often on my channel, but it's nice to meet you all, and I'm happy to be here. Thanks, Jess, for making this happen.
Of course, all us fellow candle lovers just love hanging out with each other because nobody else understands our love of candles. They're like, it's just wax. It's not just wax stuff. I will go ahead and so today I'm going to lay it out a little bit. So she's going to pick her like 5 to 8, whatever candles that she likes for spring. Then I will do mine. And then we have a couple things that are like not well known that we just want to throw out there. So you guys like expand your horizons other than Bath and Body Works. I know it's hard, but we can do it. Okay, so I'll go first with my favorite, one of my favorites for spring, and that is pink lilac and vanilla. And if you are like a true like floral vanilla loving person, you will love this. If you're not, then you skip over this one. But it does remind you just so much of like spring and flowers just coming out of the ground from being dormant for all winter. And it does have a really strong vanilla smell.
Do you get a powdery smell at all with it?
It does have a powdery smell. You are right, McKenna. It does have a powdery smell. I don't mind it because my grandma had her house filled with powder. So that kind of stuff is nostalgic for me. But you are right. If you don't like the vanilla and like a powdery end to it, then you won't like it. But if you do like this kind of girl, you'll love this one.
I love the packaging on that because that's from last year, right?
This is last year's packaging, and this is this year's that I just got. And I burned this a couple times last year. I will say it's not overwhelming because if it's too floral, like too strong, my husband will be like, oh, what is that? It smells like perfume. So when it burns, it's not as like powdery as it is when you just smell it on cold. Totally. Okay, do you want to go with one of yours?
I'm going to go with Wild Berry Jam Donut. This is a new fave. First of all, I'm obsessed with this whole collection. Like the packaging is just freaking adorable to me. And it smells good too. It literally, I mean, the notes are sweet wild berry jam, powdered donut, and brown sugar crumble. And it literally smells like a raspberry donut. It's so good. And my husband loves this one. He calls it donut holes. When I asked him, like, what do you want me to burn tonight? And he goes, the donut hole one. And I knew exactly what he was talking about, that he was talking about this one. So now it's our joke. I'm like, okay, I'm going to burn donut holes. It's so good. I picked up another one of these to have a backup because I really hope they never get rid of it.
Oh, sorry. How similar is that to the body care? In your opinion?
It's pretty similar. I think the body care is a little bit more raspberry, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that they named the body care raspberry jam donut instead of the same as this one. So that one's a little bit interesting, but I love the raspberry jam donuts. The spray is amazing. And I usually do not like bakery scents for my like body care spray stuff. And when I smelled that, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get it.
Okay. So we're on the same page. You see how good she is describing stuff? And I'm just like, it smells like flowers and powder and vanilla. Like that's the difference between me and you. I'm the one who shouldn't have the YouTube channel.
No, that's not true.
Jessica scents are okay. The next,
just the little details like the donut and just get this one.
Show it on the side. Like see how it has like the lighter. What are all the things on the side?
So there's so much detail. Okay, so before I was obsessed with candles, I didn't know they had this collection because I wasn't obsessed with them yet. But they used to have a collection that came out, I think it was Christmassy, like winter time, that was like cozy cup of cocoa or something. And it reminds me of this, but this is obviously like a spring Valentine's. Yeah. So I don't know. I just love this so much.
Yeah. Also, like, I would that back.
Yeah. And also, this is like iridescent too, which I think is really pretty. It's like if you put shine light on it, it's like rainbow.
You have the whole collection, don't you? Of that? Or
I have
almost
everything except the lavender and sage one, I think. The one that's online.
Oh, didn't that have bad reviews though?
I don't know.
It has like
I got
3
the
stars.
honeysuckle one instead, which was like a light pink. It's really pretty.
Oh, the honeysuckle and freesia.
Yep.
The next one that I picked is sweet rosemary vanilla. Can you still get this online? I think you can, right? This is still online. This is my third one, and I'm out of it, so I have to order more. But this I've had in previous videos, and the scent notes are fresh rosemary, sweet vanilla cake, and whipped frosting. In my opinion, this could have gone really bad, but for some reason it works so well. And I don't know how they did it, but it does smell like fresh rosemary. And then you get a cake, but I would never put rosemary and like a whipped vanilla cake together. But it's like perfect.
Yeah.
I
would say if you like herby scents though, you know what I mean? Like I can really smell the vanilla and the cakey note on that. But then you also get like the rosemary, which I personally like. But if you don't like mint or eucalyptus or any of those like herb kind of smells, then you probably wouldn't like it.
Yeah, you're right. Like blackberries and basil, I love, but my sister's like, this smells like it smells like I'm cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is really love this one.
I also love the wax color on that one too.
Yeah, it's like a turquoise teal kind of color. Love that one. Okay, McKenna, you're next.
Okay, well, while we're on this theme, iced blueberry biscotti is so good. If you like blueberry pie, you have to get this one because it's very similar, but I also think it's more authentic blueberry. It has less of a bakery crust note. Oh, it's so yummy, and it's burned really well. Also, like this blue is just gorgeous. Like this whole collection is so beautiful. In the lids, like they definitely thought about the detail on these for sure. Yes, I love the color of the pink, lilac, and vanilla. Definitely.
All hands on deck on that collection. Like you could tell they came back from their COVID, like their skeleton crew. Like once they came out with this and like the whole bakery line, body care and candles, I feel like that's when Bath and Body Works were like, okay, everybody's back in the office. Like to me, I could tell the difference.
Totally.
Okay, the next one I picked, this one is from
last year?
Yeah. This one's from last year, I think. They have a new one that's really pretty on their website, and it's cucumber and lily, and it is mimosa blossoms, cucumber water, lily of the valley with essential oils. And this is like, it does have a good throw, but it is super like light smelling, like it's not overpowering at all. And it just smells almost like fresh water. I don't know how to explain it. Fresh water and lilies. I don't get like mimosa blossom, but cucumber water and lily of the valley. So put together cucumber melon, take out the melon and put in like a little flat floral. And that's exactly what it smells like. But I love burning this when I'm doing like my spring cleaning because it's like makes the whole house smell fresh and clean.
Totally. It almost reminds me of like a bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
But with like the cucumber note-ish too.
Yeah.
So if you don't like flowers, you're not going to like it, but it's very springy, and I love the packaging on those too. So pretty.
Iridescent. So pretty. Homeworks candles by Harry Slatkin. He just came out with on the QVC like iridescent of a whole bunch of different ones. So I cannot wait.
Someone posted that. I can't remember who posted that, but I've never tried Homeworks candles, and I'm like, do I get myself into that? Probably not, because I would end up loving them and then I would spend way more money on things I don't need to spend money on.
They are pricey, I will say. Ulta is like 2 for $40, and I think anything over $35 is free shipping. So they do last a long time because they're 4 wicks.
Okay.
And some of them are stronger than others. I think that the strongest was banana maple pancakes, I think it's called. I'll show it on my channel because I had guava sunset, vanilla spun sugar, I have a couple of them. I don't have like an insane amount like Bath and Body Works, but I do love them. And some of his like ornate, like lemon, like the ceramic thing, you could use that like as a cookie jar. Like his stuff is insane.
Yeah, it's very intricate with a lot of detail for sure.
I almost want him back at Bath and Body Works because he's the OG, but
right,
I think he's making way more money doing it on his own.
Probably.
Yeah, but he's good. Okay, is it your turn or my turn?
I don't remember.
I think Cucumber and Lily, so I think it's your turn.
Okay, well, since we were talking about the OG Bath and Body. Okay, well, I got this one this year, Tropical Spice, and I was so excited about it because I also have this one from 2013, Tropical Spice.
That is OG.
Okay, so before I was obsessed with candles, my mom decided to just give me a bunch of candles that she didn't burn anymore. So I was like, oh, great. Like, I'll just add it to my small collection, which has grown a lot since then. But this one is so, at least the original is so delicious. It's like, it's a summery, but it's also like cinnamon and spice and vanilla all together. So the original one, the notes are cinnamon bark, spiced rum, and Tahitian vanilla. So when I burn this, you can smell the vanilla. It's so good. And the wax is so pretty.
That is really pretty.
So when they came out with this one, I was so freaking excited because I thought it was going to be the same. It's slightly different, but in a good way, I think.
I wish the wax same color wax.
I know. Isn't that wax so pretty?
Yeah.
And it would totally match this.
The lid, yeah.
So I think, okay, so the difference that I've seen people talk about too is this one has, instead of just spiced rum and vanilla and cinnamon, it has fresh coconut cream in it too. So it's Tahitian vanilla, fresh coconut cream, a dash of nutmeg, and cinnamon stick. It smells delicious. It smells very, very similar, but I do think I can smell the coconut, which I love coconut, so that doesn't bother me at all.
I love coconut too, but I know a lot of people don't like coconut. Is it like overpower coconut?
No, I would say it's like, my guess is when I burn this, you're going to get like a little bit of coconut here and there, not just like straight coconut, you know? You're going to get the vanilla. This is perfect for people who aren't like the fruity, summery, springy people, you know, like they like the bakery and the sweet, and this one would be really good for that.
Okay, so you talked me into it's funny when I go online and it's funny the difference of what we pick. Like you pick way different than I do, and I thought we were gonna have the exact same scents because we did this blind to each other. We didn't tell each other, and we have nothing the same, which I think is crazy. But we have the same. We both love everything. I think that's what makes it hard.
Definitely.
But I will say I started off with more like fresh, and I think McKenna did too, like cucumber melon type freshness. And slowly we started loving the other ones because I used to hate bakery scents because I always thought like, I don't want somebody coming into my house and thinking that I'm making like a lemon cake because I don't have a lemon cake for them. Like I don't like, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, that lemon cake smells amazing. And I'm like, oh, it's just a candle. I don't have anything for you. But I slowly like started like trying a couple, and then it's just like, it's gone. I love everything. There's nothing that I don't like.
Same.
Well, I don't like, but
I definitely think my taste has acquired from more like, I still love like flannel and those like kind of manly cologne scents, which I still like. But that's like what I originally like, the fresh cologne, that kind of stuff was my first love. And then I started like, oh, I'm going to try this one. Oh, I really like this one. And so now I'm literally like you too, Jess, like literally everything. I love it all.
Yeah. We started the same way, like mahogany teakwood, frozen lake, all of the fresh, like masculine cologne scents is how I started. And then I would slowly get into, Vanilla Bean Noel, because I love like Christmas. And so when I started that little sweet thing, I was like, oh, well, if I can try this one, then maybe I can try like Christmas cookies, like, or like I just started off like that and snowballed. And now it's almost bad because now I go there and I'm like, this smells great. This smells great. Oh my goodness, I love this one too. And now I'm not picky at all, which is bad for the wallet because it's like you just want everything now. Like there's no specific. They're like, what are you looking for every time you go in? And I'm like, everything. What do you got?
Literally everything.
Literally everything. Do you have a coupon? We don't do coupons anymore.
Also, I feel like when I go into the store, because of the candle community, we know everything or things that are coming out before they put it out. And so you almost go in there and you're like, I know you're going to have that. Like, where is it? Is it in the back? Like, for example, literally me and my best friend, we saw on the candle community, because I've converted her to the candle community as well. Shout out Faith. So we knew that these were coming. And so we go into the store in, I don't know, end of January, probably. No, February. And we're like, okay, do you have the candles? Like, we know they're coming out soon. And they're like, oh yeah, we have them in the back, but you can't purchase them. And we're like, okay, well, can we at least smell them? So anyways, just funny, like when you know more than sometimes even the employees know. And you're like, well, okay, I'm just going to go to a different store or whatever. Just funny. But that's a community for you.
But I feel the same way. But for one, I'm usually too nervous to ask because I'm like, I'm outgoing, like to everybody in the world, I'm outgoing. But when it comes to like asking a question like that, I just like freeze up. So there is a manager at my local one and I always ask her and she always says, oh, we know it's coming, but the floor set isn't until this date. Like they are the like most rule following store. And she even said, because one day I said, oh, all the girls have it. Like all the girls that I talked to already have it. And she said, they're not supposed to put it out yet. And she's like, what stores are doing it? And I'm like, I don't know. Well, first of all, I'm not going to tell you because then you're going to rat out that store. But yeah, but I was like, I don't know. Everybody's just doing it. And she's like, no, they really shouldn't be putting out that floor set until such and such date. So I'm never going to get it really ever.
The thing I don't understand about that though is why does it matter? Like we're going to buy it from you and like purchase from your company. So, and everyone clearly already, I mean, some people get the candles super early. I don't know how they have those ins. Like even before they're actually set out, they get them.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand why it matters. Like we're going to buy it from you. We're going to, we're giving you who knows how much money a year, but whatever.
Yeah. We don't want to know how much money we're giving you, but the same thing. I kind of feel like some people might have and maybe if the manager wasn't as strict, which it's her job to be strict, that's her job to like make sure everything's done right. But I feel like maybe some of them have like, hey, what do you have in the back? Okay, I'll buy it. Because I mean, how mad are they gonna be?
Right. Like, and if you know store managers, like for you, like I'm sure they've seen like the people at my store know who I am.
Yeah, they know me by name by now.
Exactly. So it's like, come on, help a sister out. We're gonna purchase from you.
Yes. Yeah, they always say there is the manager there that's always there and another girl who's always there. And she first started recognizing me by like, I have an MZ Wallace bag and she loves it. And every time I went in, she would recognize me because of my bag. And then she finally was like, what's your name? And so now when I go in, they like, I'll walk in and they'll be like, Jessica, we don't have it yet. We don't have it. And they're really nice, but they are strict. Nothing gets there early. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, okay. We finally got it. Do you have this one?
Yes, I do. I just haven't burnt it yet because I was going to wait closer to Easter, but now I'm like, maybe I should burn it because if I really like it, I better get a second.
I got two just in case because I know that the Easter ones can sell out quick. I love the pink. The pink is so pretty. And it's just amazing. It smells so good. It's okay. This is sweet carrot cake. Sorry to introduce it for people who don't know. But the notes are sweet cream cheese frosting, fluffy carrot cake, and cinnamon spice. It's spot on. The interesting thing about this candle is on cold, you could smell a pumpkin note, which for people who are part of the candle community are probably watching this, they've probably seen like Scents Galore posted a whole like shipment that said pumpkin carrot cake, not sweet carrot cake, but it was these candles. So I think I used to have that scent a long time ago. I've never purchased it before. But anyways, I'd be really curious to see what the difference is. Now I don't smell pumpkin as much, but I've also burned it. The throw is amazing. Probably like a 9, 8 or a 9. I think I reviewed it. It's so yummy. It literally smells like carrot cake, and I love cinnamon smells and vanilla and cream cheese, and so it's wonderful.
So that's interesting because when I was talking about it on my YouTube, I said that I didn't smell carrot, but maybe then I thought about it and I thought, like, when I make a carrot cake, I don't smell carrot.
Exactly.
So just then the scent of a carrot is very like low. So maybe they switched it with pumpkin.
Yeah, or even like when I smell carrot cake, I smell cinnamon, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like buttercream.
That's definitely this.
Okay.
But that part is super accurate in my opinion. Also, like you can smell the cream cheese, like the sweet, like I love cream cheese frosting, first of all, so that's probably part of it. But like the sweetness of cream cheese frosting, but also it just smells so good. It's different though. It's not like a typical like strawberry pound cake or just like a normal vanilla, like cinnamon spiced vanilla. It's not like that. It's got the cinnamon. It's definitely a carrot cake for sure, in my opinion. So
okay, I'm gonna get a second one of those because I don't want to miss out on that. But funny about the pumpkin, my mom told me when we were making pumpkin pie, like the canned pumpkin that they sell all year round, that's not even pumpkin. It's a squash.
Really?
It's like, yeah, because they canned pumpkin like can't stay as long, like it doesn't last as long. So it's actually not pumpkin at all.
I did not know that.
Just some useless facts to throw in there because that's what I'm full of. My family's like, Jessica literally is like an encyclopedia of useless facts.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah,
it's everything pumpkin too. So like pumpkin bread, pumpkin cupcakes, pumpkin cream cheese, everything.
Yeah, and most of the time it's squash, some type of squash. Okay, did I do okay, I'm gonna mention this one really quickly, and I don't know if they'll come out with it this year. They did last year, but I haven't seen it yet. But I also haven't seen the other one that I was going to talk about that I don't have because I burnt them all, but McKenna has, is the Perfect Spring. And I love that's this year's packaging. You already got it.
Yep.
Okay, so that one is my absolute favorite, but I was hoping they were going to come out with a different packaging of it.
No, me too, or at least multiple.
Yeah, because I don't mind that packaging, but I was hoping that they were going to come out with like really springy packaging, and that's good for like, I don't hate it. I just wish they came out with like, I'm waiting. They usually come out with it in multiple like designs, like the white ball and then like a couple. So I'm waiting on that. But this spring daylily they had last year, I got it at the semi-annual sale maybe. And this is so good. The packaging's beautiful. It tells you on the front the scent notes, which I thought was kind of cool. And it is blooming daylily, bergamot zest, warm spring sunshine with essential oils. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't know if they're coming out with it this year. But if they do, it does have a powdery scent, just like the pink lilac and vanilla, like I'm on a roll. But these are like true, like what I use for spring season, like all the spring scents.
Totally.
But it's really light and really good. So this one, if it does come out, grab it. And it's not like overpowering. Mm-hmm. And grab the Perfect Spring, which I don't have, which I have.
So last year, I should have grabbed it last year, but it was one of those things where I went back and forth and I was kind of more set in my ways of the scents that I liked. And now I'm very much of like, I just want to try it and see if I like it. The scent notes on this one are spring air, fresh grass, and apple blossom. Last year they had a really pretty, it was like a green, like a light green packaging. Did you have that one, Jess?
One I had, and I feel like I still have it. That's why I'm like staring off face because I feel like I still have the empty. I hold on to the empty containers, y'all. Like this one, it's so pretty. I don't get rid of it, even though it's
Put a
gone.
succulent in it.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do another video, and I will do the like a bouquet, and you'll do the succulents, like a how-to video.
Totally. Yeah. So, anyways, this one I agree. I like the last year's packaging way better, but I was like, I really want to try it this year, so I'm just gonna go for it. It's really good. My thing is, if you don't like floral, you're gonna hate this. It's very floral, but it also has apple, which I can definitely smell the apple in it. So it's good.
I think that's what offsets the flowers is the apple note. And I think that's why I like it so much. I do love all kinds of floral, but I think that's what makes it like withstand more than like one type of person who just likes the flowers, because it does have apple in it.
Yep, definitely.
It's like if you mix the flowers with the crisp green apple, that's what it smells like to me.
Yes, and very fresh too. Like it's perfect. Like if you just cleaned your house or something.
Yes, like spring
fresh. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have just this one more left that I picked for spring.
Yep, same with me. Actually, I have two, but I can talk about them both quick.
Okay, I kind of talked about two at the same time because you had the perfect spring. But this one is Pink Apple Punch. And I have this, and this is kind of like an ugly. I have this packaging and everything, and I'll be honest with you, it's so ugly. Like I have Sunwash Citrus in this, and
it's just kind of boring.
Another one, but yeah, this is like, I call this COVID packaging, because they were like, just slap it on, let's send it out, which we're thankful for, but the packaging, not great.
Did you pick up the Blue Orchard Skies, I think, from that packaging?
Yes, I do have that.
It's really good.
Yes. See, this is the part when you bring things up, I'm like, oh, I should have taken that one. I should have gotten that one.
Because that one, I mean, like I said, I'm new to the obsession of candles, like getting like a lot of them. So I've never smelled the Blue Orchard Skies before, but it's like, if you like appley, it's slightly different than just Pink Apple Punch or just like straight apple, which is why I loved it. I wonder if I have it.
You are right, because this is like, you really have to like it's crisp apples, sun-kissed melons, and sugar crystals. And you really have to like apple and melon. Like it's almost, it's the melon and cucumber melon. So it's a pretty strong melon. And it's not a crazy strong apple. It's not like the green crisp apple, which to me is like you're eating an apple strong. It is lighter, but it's really good. It has the sugar in it, but you are right. If you're not like super like into the fruitier scents, then this might be like a little bit on the strong side, because it's not mixed with anything like ocean or anything. But yeah, look,
wax on that one it's so pretty.
I love this one, and this one is the ugly one, but I'll still burn it. But I'll burn this one first because I like this packaging better. Okay, go to your two. I think you left.
Okay, I'm gonna start with this one. This one is one that comes back every year, I think. It's so good. I got it, I think this one I got recently, but I have like one of the older packagings that's like a light greenish color that was really pretty. That was White Barn. But if you like fresh, if you like lemon, if you like mint, it's so accurate to the name. Yeah, sparkling lemon zest, spearmint leaves, and verbena sprigs. Yeah. It's so yummy. This is a good summer, spring. Same thing we were talking about with the other, I think, Perfect Spring. Like after you clean, this is a great kitchen smell, in my opinion.
Yes.
It smells so yummy. And I actually really like this collection.
Yeah, I love the packaging. That's along with the Rosemary has the same.
Yeah, this lid. Pretty.
It's very farmhousey, which I like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I couldn't find a word for it, so that's literally perfect. Yep, and this is my last one. This is my like all-time favorite right now. I don't know why I waited so long to burn this, because I've had it for a while. Iced coconut milk is amazing.
Again,
it's so good. If you love coconut, obviously you're gonna like it. But what I like about it is I was telling Jess earlier, it's not a fakey coconut smell. It's like real coconut. Like it smells like I have a coconut drink next to me, but it's not like no pineapple or any of that mixed in. It's literally straight coconut. And it's so yummy. I can't decide if I like this packaging or not. It's kind of eh.
Yeah, it's not like my like amazing taste, but people like my sister who is like very plain, she likes it simple. I think people might like it.
Totally.
I don't hate it. Would be cooler if it had the same dark purple as the lid. As the bottom to the lid. Yeah, I think that
I agree with you. Like I don't hate it, but I'm not like by far the wild berry jam donut. This is my favorite packaging like I think I've ever.
Yeah. Yes.
This one's just kind of like, oh, it's fine, but you know. But it's anyways, don't not get it because of the packaging. The scent is amazing. Notes are fresh coconut milk, crushed ice, which that's just a filler. I don't know why they put that.
Yeah. Water.
Topped with sweet vanilla cream. The vanilla cream you can smell it. It's so yummy. Guys, if you like coconut, this is a great one too. Like transition from spring to summer, or just now, whenever if you want to burn coconut all year round, this is a great one.
Yeah, I want to pretend like you're on a Caribbean island when we're all stuck at home. It's like the perfect one.
That's all the Bath and Body Works ones that I have, other than slight shout out to this one. This is a White Barn one that's always a good one. This is going to be around all the time. So if you really love candles and you want something that's going to be reliable, this is a good one.
And a lot of people like that. Like it's not overpowering. Like people who don't like candles and scents won't mind that when they come into your house. That's how
it's basically cinnamon and vanilla. Yep, and sugar. So just clearly I love cinnamon. It's so good. I kind of fell in love with this one a couple years back, and this kind of got me like, oh, I really like this stuff. I should check out more scents. It's your fault.
Yeah. That's so true. Okay, I'll show you the two things, like the two surprises, weird things. Well, not necessarily weird, but like out of our spring category. And then McKenna will, and then we'll wrap it up. But this is the new thing. I had it on one of my other videos, but I can't get enough of it. McKenna has it too. Magnolia Charm. I have to still get the spray because I just got this to test it. And it's one of the best floral fresh body creams like ever. It's never going to take the place of raspberry jam donut because nothing ever will. Like this Hello Beautiful, I suckered for the packaging, but
that one's pretty floral compared to
this is very floral. I mean, this is
but
yeah, I do like this. I did buy it just for the packaging, but I do like this. But this is like McKenna said, because it has the pear in it. It's not like annoying, overpowering, like knock somebody out floral.
Right. Like if you don't like floral,
you might still like this.
Right. Exactly.
And the packaging.
I think I described it on my Insta that it's kind of sweet. Like it's unique because it's not just floral. It's sweet, in my opinion, which I think is the pear coming through, but
it's so and fresh. Same time.
Fresh, totally.
Because it has fresh cedar. It has dewy pear blossom, blooming magnolia, and fresh cedar. And I do have a magnolia tree in my backyard. And I will say this is pretty spot on scent wise.
I almost wish that they had this in a candle. So I picked up Southern Magnolias this year for the first time. And I haven't burned it yet, but on cold, it's really floral. And I'm sure it'll be like great for spring. But I would like this way better in a candle because it's got the pear and the sweetness of it. So I think, who was it? Tina Marie. She talked about Magnolia and she was like, get it, guys. And she's 100% right. Shout out to you.
It's so good. I actually grabbed it and I had no clue like what it was going to smell like. It was like a last minute purchase. And normally I have the chance to like look on everybody's page and see what they're posting because they're going to post something, but I just did it on a whim and it was like the best whim. Most of the candles I do ask everyone first before I do it because candles are like this I could do with my rewards, but candles are pricier. So I don't necessarily And you know how I am about returning. I know you can return the candles. I'm weird about it because it embarrasses me. And everyone's looking at you, and it's not busy there this time of year. So like I walk in and I have a bag, and you walk in because of COVID, they're right there in your face. And they're like, oh, you have a return? And I'm like, yeah.
I know. I go in there and I usually am like, okay, I have an exchange. And they know me by now, so they're usually like, they do it for me. But other stores that don't know who I am, they can be sticklers, kind of like your store. So I usually have to ask for a manager. That's what I do.
They're usually good about it because they guarantee it, but it's just like I saw like a TikTok video. I don't have TikTok, but I watch it because they uploaded it to Instagram. And this girl was like, this girl that works there was like making fun of people who brought back like totally burnt candles, which I get, but then that just makes me more self-conscious. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to just burn this just as a regular candle at my house.
Yeah.
And just call it a day.
Well, and now that I'm like, I use the jars to do the succulents and plant succulents. Now I feel bad, like, because I know they just throw them away. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just burn it and I'll put a succulent in it and use it.
Yeah. We don't have to love anything, but they are pricey. So if you do not like it, then return it. Bath and Body Works is making a ton of money.
Exactly.
So don't be too worried about it. The other thing that is I wanted to show y'all is Target's Opal House across the dunes. It's just a very plain, like it's almost like a milk glass, like that milky glass with kind of like a champagne gold top. It is a very light scent. So it's like a bathroom office scent, which I've learned to come to love. But it is, it's like leather and something. I'll try to find a picture to describe it because it just had a little topper to this. It smells like, I was telling McKenna, it smells like a luxury hotel or a very fancy furniture shop because it has leather in it that like is one of a kind pieces that like just a cup is $400, like that type of like furniture shop. And it's so good, and it's not like overpowering because it is light. So it would be perfect for like when a guest came to your house to light this and they could just walk in and feel like they're like in a luxury space, even though they're just in my guest room. So that's the other thing. I'll let you do your like standout. That's not Bath and Body Works. And then I'll see if I can find the what the scent notes are to this.
Yeah, I like the jar in that one too. Just the simple white. It's pretty. Okay, this is my standout, and I've posted this on my Insta before of the haul that I got. But this one is probably one of my favorite DW Homes ones. It's sea salt, and if you like ocean, like it literally smells like like salty ocean, like I'm sitting at the beach. And it burns really well, and this jar is so freaking pretty.
Oh, their jars are amazing. They are.
This one's really good. And so this is my story with this one. I had the small version of this that I got probably 3 years ago, and I loved it, and I burned through all of it. And then I never saw it again at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or anything. And so probably like a couple weeks ago, I went to TJ Maxx and they had these in the huge ones, and I almost screamed because all I've seen with anything sea salt related was, I think you have it, Jess, the pink sea salt one.
Pink sea salt, yeah.
My dog. Rocky, do you want to say hi? Come here.
Hi.
Do you want to say hi? Yep, come up on my chair. You want to say hi to everyone? Say hi, I'm Rocky. I'm 2.
He's huge.
I know. Hi.
That's for y'all's winters. Like he's a little coat for you. Like you can just lay on him.
He loves the snow too. So Colorado's a place for him to be.
Yeah, seriously. He would hate.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, literally, I was thinking about this yesterday because it was super nice here. It was like 60 degrees and sunny, and he was outside laying in the sun. And I'm like, I think he was totally sunbathing, like just basking in the sun.
Yeah.
And I think his ideal place to be would be on a snow pile in the sun. Like that's where he would love it.
Would love.
That's his
Yeah.
ideal because he'll roll in the snow and yeah, he loves the snow.
My goodness, he's so cute.
Anyways, back to my story about this one. So I was so excited that I found this one again because they had like the pink sea salt and the Himalayan sea salt, all versions, but it wasn't the same. And so when I found this, I got so excited. So I had to grab two.
Now I'm on the hunt for that one. Part of the fun of DW Home is the hunt. It's the thrill of the hunt. Like you can go
two of them that I really want. The blueberry vanilla.
I have that.
And the ocean flower. I want to find them in the big ones. And I haven't found them yet, so I'm gonna keep looking.
And the prices do range. We were talking about it. They might put different price tags on it. So I don't want to like guarantee that it'll be this cheap. But this big one was only $7.99. And this is 15 ounces. So that's a little bit, isn't Bath and Body Works 14.5? Yeah. So hers is $7.99 too. It blows my mind. But this one is really good. I've talked about it before.
Okay, I saw that one in the small one, but I didn't get it because they burn like crap, the smaller ones.
Tell them about that because I was turned off by DW because I had a couple small ones over the years, the 1 wick ones, and it didn't smell like anything. I wasn't a pro at candles, so I didn't know to like put the tinfoil, but it just tunneled. But DW Home is so underrated. So tell them what they have to like get.
Yeah. So, because I have a bunch of these. This is the smaller version. This is actually a good spring one too. Spring showers and cute polka dots.
Oh, that is so cute.
So anyways, this one's kind of tunneled a little bit. So the 1 wicks tunnel, and sometimes aluminum foil helps and sometimes it doesn't. So I've decided that if I'm going to buy DW Homes, I'm only going to buy their 2 wicks. And like for $8, you get way more for your money. Like this is huge. So,
and the small are $6.99 and $7.99, right?
Yep, depending on where you go. I find usually that Marshall's is more expensive for whatever reason. So this one I got at TJ Maxx and it was $6.99. But for $1 more to get literally probably, it looks like 3 times the size. Let's see. 30. Yeah, this one's 33 hours. And well, let's see. This one's 9 ounces versus 15 ounces. So it's literally 3 times the size for $1 more. So 100% worth it. Like if you're going to invest in DW Homes, get the 2 wicks, the big ones.
So get the 2 wicks, and you might even with those, I've noticed I've had to do the tinfoil trick, but in their defense, I was saying earlier that my house is like 68 degrees all year long. I live in Florida, so that means the AC is constantly pumping. So there's probably like a wind tunnel throughout the house. And so I have to give them the benefit of the doubt that that's why. Like Bath and Body Works most of the time is fine. And I think it's just because it's bigger, like it's more widespread. And because you have 3 wicks, you have like more chances of it cooling out. Where the 2 wick and the 1 wick especially, like even this one, I have to kind of babysit it because it takes a while to spread out.
Also, I've noticed that especially DW Homes, to make sure you trim your wicks, because what I found about DW Homes is, you can't really see it on this one, the top of the wick gets like the white color where it's like burnt. It's almost like ash just over on the top. And so then when you relight that, it burns like crap. So make sure you trim your DW Homes wicks because that helps a ton.
Okay, perfect. Yay, well, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.